is started.
Alright, I am gonna pull everybody over here. Back to the hapless Hydra, I believe.
Let me go
So-
push the dog for you. 1 second.
Last time that we were here, we had some more major events happen, and it's been a while, I know that, but does anybody else want to run through a recap of what happened then? I do have the main points, so we'll go through that, but...
I only somewhat remember.
Alrighty. If that's the case, I can go ahead and give a bit here.
I believe in you.
Coming out of the catacombs underneath the city, you had just completed coming out of clearing the entire first floor. And in doing so, had gotten in a bit of an argument with Tenla, I believe. We left off the previous session last time, so 2 sessions ago, with her having left that conversation, being called upstairs. So you got a bit of a background from Kevnirin, who is the kind of first watcher of the expedition. And he gave you a little bit of kind of lore of the organization, of a man that had gone in and killed his companions, seemingly over a sword that was found in the catacombs. That guy's name was Kevnirin. You had gotten that from, I forget his name. It starts with a T. Theron, I think. Yeah. From there, you all went upstairs to a council meeting, where you witnessed them voting on taking in some refugees that had shown up from kind of the swampward direction. It was a group of lizard folk who had had their villages, heard about another village being attacked by Uxin, which is the black dragon, and had flee from their village themselves. They got out before Uxin got there, but a few of them had stayed behind to kind of see what happened and see if they could negotiate. The council meeting there agreed to aid them, kind of give them a place to set up. And then at the end of it, they voted for preparations, essentially, for a war effort against Uxin. They didn't formally declare war yet, but it was one of the, hey, let's start ramping up production of wartime materials, that kind of stuff. And then on your way out of there, Uxin herself showed up and ended up attacking mostly the refugees that were there, dropping the bodies of the ones that had stayed behind amongst them, flying around doing a little bit of damage, and attempting to kill off many of them. Inside that encounter, Hjalmar had gone and saved one of the little girls that kind of gave the council their briefing from that. And after that, y'all went to the tavern here. You ended up doing a long rest for the night, including a new memory of a battle with the dragon. You saw other members of the Plague Council falling around you. You did not see each other fall, but you did see others that you remember were a part of that council dying during a dragon attack, similar to the one that you've had been a part of that day. And that's where we're kind of coming back in, is after everybody has gotten up from that long rest. The city itself has become more tense as you're looking around in the morning. You can see even out the windows that people are moving much more deliberately with purpose, making preparations for things. People are staying off the streets for social time, essentially, and are much more kind of accelerating their usual state of being. I would like to take a moment to go around to each of our characters and get back in their heads a little bit, right? So we've just had this dragon attack. You guys have just completed the first level of the catacombs, although you have left a tablet, a teleportation tablet, that you had not explored yet. I believe that was at the top of your guys' to-do list. But
that was the one that takes you to the next area, right?
It was to take us to like a treasure stash in the maze,
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
We could do it any time, really.
Tenla had mentioned, it's usually a resource stockpile of some sort, and the runes on it only activate while you're in the same plane of existence, so you would have to go back in order to use it.
Okay.
I think that was... I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything here.
I don't think you missed anything.
Okay.
That's just about everything I remembered.
Alrighty. So in doing this, let's go ahead and roll an initiative for the kind of getting the inner thoughts of the character as they had to rest after this night. Waking up the next morning, how are they feeling?
Oh no, my character's natural initiative working against me.
So we've got 2 here. Alright.
One. Very nice.
So we will be starting with Gregory then.
All right, well,
Roleplay initiative.
I haven't heard Ed speak, so I can't remember what cadence in my voice I need to be copying, but...
No, it's just don't worry. Get a little deeper, and you'll be there.
No, yeah, all right. Get a little deeper. All right. Cool. So, where Gregory's at right now is that he's fed up with this city. It's up its own ass about its own rules. And he's getting pretty sick of it. He got sick of it back when he was in his homeland, which is what turned him to just wandering around being a rogue. And it's even more anal in here. Partially because they need to survive, but he doesn't give a shit about that. So, yeah, he's pretty fed up. Dragon attack, pretty annoying. Hopefully that distracts the people of this city, especially the officials, so he can do what he needs to do and not have so many people breathing down his neck because they've got nothing better to do. He did spend that time with that group of hunters during his free time. He enjoyed that. Those are some free-spirited people. He respects them at least. Still pissed off that Argo keeps dumping shit all over himself. It's definitely a risk to himself and the party. Someday he's going to literally light on fire and just watch him burn. Whether he starts that fire or not will be up for us as a party to discover. What else is going through his head? He really wants to get out. Especially after that nightmare. Something bad happened over there. He hates being a fish out of water and feeling like he doesn't have control, and this place has always been about him not having that. So he wants to get back to where things are normal and not fucked up. And that dragon's standing in the way of it. Or at least could be. So that's where his motivation is. I need to do whatever I need to do to get out of this city and get my shit taken care of.
Very cool. Appreciate that look in there. Next up will be Argo.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What was our last nightmare?
So last night was a lot of the same when it comes to your failings and stuff that are constantly bombarding you during your dreams. But the new nightmare that came up that seemed different was a dragon attack, where you saw it from your own perspective of the big dragon that you guys remember that the Plague Council was formed around. And you saw many members of the Plague Council falling around you.
And it's the same dragon attack that Hjalmar saved
No, those were two separate things. It seems that attack that actually happened yesterday seems to have triggered a memory of the other one.
Oh, okay. So it just led to another. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, as Argo splashes yet another bottle of 100% proof alcohol onto himself. Probably wondering if our dreams and the dragon are connected. Thinking back to when Hjalmar scrawled all over his bedroom. What did you write again?
Oh, there's a big long list of those.
There's a big long list in the pinned.
Yep.
That's right. So yeah, he's probably trying to think of like, all right, there's got to be some connection between the dragon, the writing, the dreams, and that poor wizard that helped us in the very beginning and died. It's got to be all connected. Just trying to figure it out at this point.
Alright. So then we will move on to Hjalmar here.
So it calls back to the original dragon attack that took the Plague Council down, but it also, for Hjalmar, at least to do with the women and children and stuff, seeing the corpses fall and people being carried away or attempted to be carried away, right? It calls back to his own nightmare of, his whole village, just all the people disappearing for this cult activity thing. So it's kind of got him feels like he needs to do what he can to help so that this doesn't happen to someone else. So the previous night before that, he'd been doing odd jobs around town and stuff like that. So I'd assume he'd go looking for ways to help either repair or take care of the wounded or offer protection and stuff like that. So it's more of a he wouldn't be stumbling over himself to do it, but it's definitely like he feels compelled by duty to at least assist, right? So it on top of that, not knowing whatever it is that's inside of him, and the fact that he scrawled all over that wall, and he went and meditated and found out that there's something else going on, right? He feels partially responsible, like maybe that led the dragon here, or any of that. He doesn't have evidence for, but that's always in the back of his mind, right? So That's kind of his headspace at the moment. Just kind of making sure he's doing what he can that's morally right to take care of people that are less fortunate. So,
Alrighty. I'm clicking a button on the game board that I should have done a while ago, but don't worry about that.
take the sepia. Yeah.
Yeah, just these are, you're not currently in this scene, so I didn't want it to. Anyway, moving on, we have Kurt, I believe.
Hello, yes, Kurt. Kurt is very deep in his cups this evening. I think he is finding solace in the drink, as he holds his liquor well, but and he holds his fear well, but I think he's struggling to keep the reins on both, though he's still hanging on and able to do so. I think the sight of this dragon is very, very real for him. Dragon breath and dragon fire have a lot of history with his with the dreams that he's had recently, and there's I think a core fear there that has boiled itself up in the sight of that dragon. Definitely held his own. Definitely was cocky in the council room with taking on the block scales, but I think now that he sees what we're against, he's probably second guessing the security of this place and himself. And probably struggling to deal with that a little bit, but not letting it show. Not really letting it show. He will keep whatever drunkenness he has and whatever fear he has under the best wraps that he can. But I would say mostly fear consumes Kurt's mind tonight.
Alrighty.
A dragon is no idle thing to scoff at.
Yeah. So, some follow-ups here. Is Kurt sleeping at the tavern tonight?
No, he never sleeps at the tavern. He goes
Makes
to
me go back to the church.
The church.
Okay.
He's a squatter.
When you arrive at the church, you do see, you go through to go to your bed area, and your belongings are stacked up around the cot that you have claimed.
It'll move soon. No, I'll get rid of this soon.
You'll note that there is a small boy currently sleeping in your cot, and you look around and there are no empty beds.
All right, I leave. I go get a room at the tavern.
As you're kind of coming out, the I can't remember the word. The lady you had met before in the church
Do I have a
stops
name?
you and
Let's
says,
see. Well, let's get her name. What's her name? 1 second.
Yeah.
People are real. We want their names. Oh, come on. I got a... If anybody else has it, that would be sweet too.
Yeah, check it real quick.
Rena, Priest of the Sun, Elf. Rena.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, she is... Yeah, she's tall, blonde, elven, has a... is usually wearing vestments.
She stops me?
But, yeah, she'll stop you on the way out from seeing that.
I was just gonna get a room. I see my place is occupied.
Yeah, I'm very sorry.
No
Luca
reason to
came in
apologize.
today.
I imagine with everything that's been happening, these beds, the needy definitely will be more beneficial to them. I have the money to take a room, and so I will, for however long is necessary.
I appreciate that. He's just came in today, so we needed a place for him. I was gonna ask you about that, but you are still welcome to stay here. There are other...
In fact, while I'm at the tavern, I'm gonna find the means to get some of this stuff out of here. I believe, however much hospitality you have given me over the last few days, of which I appreciate, I have overstayed my welcome. I have officially decided. So, over the next couple of days, or however long I might need, or however short I might need, I'll get this stuff out of here. You need more room, more people.
She says, it's not a problem. It's mostly because of the refugees we have.
Oh, it's a
in a
problem,
couple of
all
other
right.
places. They're being set up with some housing, but that housing's being prepared, so only the next couple of days would
My honor is at stake here. I will remove myself from this place so that I do not get in the way of those who are in much more need than I.
I do appreciate that.
No need for appreciation. The appreciation is mine to you. Thank you for letting me stay as long as you have.
Well, it seems you've been doing some good, so we appreciate you being here in general.
You continue to follow the light or let it shine on you or whatever the hell they say around here. I'm gonna go sleep in a tavern.
Suleiman bless you.
Bless you too.
Alrighty.
And I will head to the tavern. I will get myself a private room, and tomorrow I will find the means to move that shit.
Alrighty.
D&D, move your shit.
So that's there. And then the other one would be Gregory. When you wake up the following morning, I'm guessing you're staying here and not taking the trip out to the Hunter's Den?
After that attack, it probably would not be a great idea to wander outside the city walls.
That's fair.
Just for now. So, yeah, I'll be sticking to the inn.
Alrighty. When you wake up, you will see an envelope has been slid under your door. A black wax seal holds it in place with the symbol of a feather in it.
Man, the last time I got a letter while I was asleep in an inn, it said "we know," so this better be different.
Get out of here.
All right, well, that's great. I'll do my normal washing up and just leave it there and pretend I didn't see it until I'm about to leave, and then realize I should probably deal with it. So I bend over, pick it up, and make note of the wax seal, and then rip the thing open.
Alrighty.
See what's inside.
Upon opening it, there is a letter inside. Opening up that letter, there doesn't appear to be any text until you stare at it for a little bit more than a second, and then you'll see illusory script appearing over top of the paper, and it only says, "We have another job for you. Talk to your hawk for more details."
Oh, fuck it. Oh. Right. Player knowledge-wise, that is the... Like, my knowledge is a little rusty.
Mhm.
The hawk meaning the lady that we dealt with for information?
No. So when you delivered the package to the people underneath the tavern,
Yes.
one of their titles was a hawk.
Okay.
And so they would be the one you're talking about.
Further question, because I'm just now remembering that we did deal with her, what was her connection to all of this? The one at the outpost that we...
Yeah, so she was a bard. She was also an information broker. So she gave you, I think, a little bit of information about things. She also gave you the job originally to go pick up that package and deliver it to the underneath
And
the
she's
bar.
how we got acquainted with the hawk people in general.
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
In general, I think you also know that organization is called the Ebon Shade papers.
Yes, now that you say that, I have heard that before. So,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Getting a little bit of a refresher. Thank you for doing that for me.
All good.
Cool. I have to go talk to a bird man, and I will head out.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Hilmar,
Is
you mentioned that
is
you
not
were.
here. Oh wait, there he
Oh,
is.
he is not at the chair. Okay, there he is.
He might be coming back. Maybe. Come on. He's almost here. There he is.
I've got the speakers on in the kitchen, so
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
get
I thought it
coffee,
was.
sorry.
I thought it was wireless headset.
I'm gonna be half
okay.
asleep if I don't. So
Do you need a sec?
no, you're good. What were you?
Okay.
I asked. What did I ask?
So you mentioned that you had wanted to assist the town and do whatever you can to kind of help with that, right?
Yeah,
Helping
he's
out
definitely
refugees.
looking for if they need stuff moved, especially like manual labor.
Yeah, so in looking around for a place to help, you'll end up finding that one side of the palace was pretty much knocked over. It was the opposite side that you were on. One big corner of it has been
Because we didn't go around the other side, right? We were just at the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of the stonework and everything had fallen off. There are a few people around attempting to help repair those things. So that's one opportunity. But as you are expressing interest in that, you'll have Sirkin, the kind of doorman. I'm losing all of my descriptive powers in the time off here.
It's been a month, man. You're good.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
kind
no
of
worries.
the receptionist, I guess, for the council.
So
that is
he was the
always
guy at the
reading
front desk
book.
that we met before we went into like the whole
Exactly.
like the meeting about the dragon coming.
Yes. Yeah, he's always reading a very small book at the front desk, and he was the one that thanked you after the attack because he had to go leave the refugees in order to activate the city's defenses. He will see you attempting to find a place to help and kind of direct you towards the refugees that are around. They're giving them a temporary location to rest for now, but he'll ask if you would be willing to help repair a building that they've kind of designated as a place that they could set up, as it will need a little bit of movement and repairs and things, but that's what they're looking for help with.
Of course, whatever you need.
Alrighty.
And this is where, so like the surviving refugees, that is, would be staying. So like
Yes.
the girl he rescued, and then because there was a group of them that did make it inside, right? Before.
Yes, there's
So we lost
small
like
number.
her parents were out there, right?
Her father was one of the bodies that was dropped.
Right.
That were dropped from the
Oh,
dragon.
so he stayed behind. So he got
Yes.
dropped in on the.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
She was like the chief's daughter, and yeah, they dropped him
Gotcha.
and some of the warriors.
Yeah,
that
he'd be super eager. Like if Sirkin had anywhere to put him, like he'd get started probably right away. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll escort you out to a section of the city that's lived in. You can tell it's kind of more residential, but there are a lot of empty houses that are kind of in disrepair. Pretty much the first one that is uninhabited, he's going to have people fixing it up. So you won't be the only one there, but...
So these aren't like slums, it's just abandoned?
Yeah, so the city
Oh.
in general is underpopulated from what it could house. So there
Even
are
with
a
the- even with the
lot
ref-
of...
Even with the
Yes.
refugees?
Yes, there are a lot of empty buildings in this city.
Interesting.
there is like one entire district that feels more like the slums, and that's where you had kind of picked up that package from. And walking through it, it was just a ton of empty houses,
You
and
really couldn't open that door.
yeah, anybody you found there was kind of felt a little more seedy. But this area is like a regular residential area that just happens to also have some empty spots.
Yeah, absolutely. So, however long that takes, for sure.
Yeah. So before the end of that day, you're able to help get that set up a little bit. You'll learn that there's furniture that's going to be delivered the next day, and they'll be set up there, so you know the location of those refugees or where.
Am I
they will be.
helping right after the dragon attack, or is this after the long rest? So, like the next day?
I was thinking this was before. Or not
Beforehand.
before the long rest, after the dragon attack.
Okay, so like straight to
that
work.
night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
If that's not what you want, that's fine. But
Absolutely. I
you
mean,
can adjust
shoot,
that
don't have time. Yeah. So.
Cool. Alrighty. And Argo. So, to follow up here, while you're sleeping, you will also get another thing that you've noticed. There is a subroutine in the back of your mind doing some repair of your own memory cores. You'll be able to, while you're resting, you can focus some energy towards that if you'd like.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
So that's an option that I'll give you in the future as well. The downside to this, and you can decide, right? You know how your ability to kind of rest, you can see, and you have that sentry ability.
Mm-hmm.
This will take away the ability for you to see, because it's kind of replaying things in your mind, so you're focusing your sight away.
During the dream.
Yes.
Dreaming. Okay.
So while you're dreaming, instead of being able to see everything like you can normally, you'll have at least like disadvantage on a perception check in order to see if there's something moving in front of you.
That's a good trade-off.
Yeah. So when you're in a tavern, you probably are fine. But yeah. Cool. So in doing that, you will end up remembering a couple tidbits of information. One thing you're gonna remember is during that sequence of that dragon attack, you're gonna hear the name Zelnaior.
Zelnaior?
Yes. Xelnaior.
Okay. Slow down.
Yep. Xel.
Okay.
Naior. And
Zelnaior. Okay.
you know that is the name of that dragon.
Oh no. The dragon that attacked the Plague Council.
Yes.
Have we heard that name in here at all?
No. That is the first you've heard that name.
Okay. Well, I got some things to share with everybody when they wake up.
Speaking of which, this is where we can go back to the in-world situation. and we'll come back to the tavern. So you'll all come down from your various activities and sleep things to meet in the common room. What do y'all want to do?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Morning. I had a real interesting night.
Is everything okay?
Well,
Nothing too artistic, I hope. We give HJ a sidelong glance.
I've stopped the artistry.
nope. I noticed a memory in my brain fixing itself, and I got a little tidbit of information last night. The name of the dragon, that attacked the Plague Council.
Really? Remember its name?
Yep. Zelnaor. Zelnaor. It's a.
And when he says that, every single one of you gets a flashback to that thing roaring in that memory.
Oh yeah, no, that's it.
Right? I thought it was gonna.
Crazy how I didn't
Thought it
remember
was
it
a-
before you said it.
Start
That's
maybe
clear.
poking around, maybe see if anybody else recognizes that name here.
Well, what could that do?
I don't know. God forbid the dragon's here with us, but I don't know. Might be able to tell if anybody else was from the Plague Council.
Well, I think we already found the one person who might have been, and they didn't want nothing to do with us. Now, wait a minute. Let's go back one step. Are you just saying that you think the dragon came here with us? What makes you say that? Or is that just an assumption?
It was just a hunch. I don't know. The fact that we're getting these dreams, there was a dragon here attacking.
You think that's the same dragon?
I don't
Do
think
dragons
I don't
fall
think
from the
it's.
sky?
Yeah.
Or they fly,
I'm
don't
thinking.
they?
Listen, dragons attack things. Nothing about what happened yesterday or what happened to the Plague Council is unique. When a dragon attacks people, it breathes fire. It does the whole fly around, drop people, claw people to death, eat them. Like, that's nothing about that is strange.
Yeah, I'm with Gregory. I think it's too much of a coincidence to be a coincidence. You know what I mean?
I
Do
imagine
we saw the dream of the dragon attack on the Plague Council. Did we remember what color that dragon was?
That is actually something that I was going to ask y'all about, because that memory has kind of been in your control. Is there a color associated with it, or is it something different?
in my head it was always a Maleficent looking kind of dragon.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
like plague, poison. I always
Yeah.
was thinking green, right?
Yeah, I was thinking big, black, green, fire breath, like
Green
know.
eyes.
evil looking motherfucker. Maybe a little dead.
A little bit.
One of the things that, if you remember, you were looking for a scale of Bahamut, was one of your quests from that, in order
That's right.
to resurrect the dragon and kill it.
Oh, that's right. It's an undead
Oh,
dragon.
I didn't mute the stream. I'm sorry.
So I do remember that much, but it can be an undead dragon that is also of a specific color. So
I mean, that makes sense, especially if we need to bring it back to put it to rest. So maybe it is just like a skeletal nightmare crap. I don't have any thoughts against that, so
Yeah, I'm not overly attached to anything really, just knowing what it is.
I mean,
Speaking
it could be
of,
a skeletal black dragon as well.
There you go. That's what it is.
yeah. All right, skeletal black dragon.
sure, why not? Dracolich is certainly something to be terrified of.
Oh God.
That being said, I think the dragon that is most important for us right now is the one that just attacked. What type of dragon was that again?
That was a black dragon.
Ah, it was another black dragon. So noticing a theme here.
Well, that's why I was wondering if Argo was trying to make the comparison, say they were one and the same.
That'd be one hell
Saying
of
all
a
black
damn...
dragons look alike, Argo?
I'm not saying that at all.
Because they do.
Whoa, that's a contradiction immediately. The one that we know is all covered in bones and stuff. This one was all put together, so it's two very different looking black dragons.
Well,
wait.
but that's just determined on how they choose to conduct and to address them.
Wait a minute. The last...
They say it's cosmetic to be made of bones? I don't know about that.
That's a cosmetic choice.
I don't know if that's a choice.
Colors. I'd like to order a drink.
Yeah, me too.
It's a little early, isn't it?
It's never too early. Do you see me?
Fair enough. It's money. He'll go down and give you a drink. The large cup from the night before.
Just keep washing the same one.
Can't be sanitary.
Yeah, pretty much been saving it.
Now hear me out. The last memory we got is being attacked by that dragon, which means
Ooh, that wasn't no memory. That happened.
that happened, right?
We got attacked. The other day.
No. The last memory of the skeleton black dragon attacking the Plague Council. Who knows? We could have already had the scale of Bahamut.
Maybe we did. Hell, I don't know. It makes my head hurt.
Hell, for all we know, that could be the same black dragon. Resurrected.
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like that's beyond us. Might as well just deal with what we can deal with right here and now.
If any detail's important from those memories, it's trying to figure out what ass-brained wizard or sorcerer, or God forbid if it was a warlock, that fucked up their magic and sent us to this hellhole.
I mean, I'd like to know an answer to that, too.
This reads of a planar transportation spell gone horribly fucking sideways.
And maybe it happened.
Familiar with magic?
What was that?
Traversing planes.
What about magic?
You're familiar?
I'm familiar with what it does to fuck with people. And if you haven't noticed, we've been fucked with quite righteously here. So, yes, I'm willing to suspect probably a warlock. Maybe a sorcerer.
I thought we were coming to the conclusion earlier that all these memories and stuff we were having seemed like we maybe got to the council and something happened. Or not the council, sorry. We got to fight the plague dragon. But something happened in the process. Maybe in the process of slaying the thing we got sent here. Perhaps that Bahamut scale was some kind of teleportation device or something. I mean, we could go on, but I wonder how much of what we did ourselves brought us here versus somebody doing something to us.
I bet we got fucking Louis Swad.
I mean, maybe.
I bet that's what happened.
Your old buddy Louis Swad. No, I remember him.
Yeah, some old crotchety motherfucker with a staff.
I don't remember anything about that guy.
Very crotchety.
Jail Bahamut, motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, as much as it could be our fault, or maybe somebody did something to us, we're here now. We just gotta make do and maybe find a way out. Man, I miss Louis Swan.
I was about to say, we gotta find Alfredo and Alize if we're gonna figure this puzzle out.
Hey, they ain't here.
They'll see us right. Alright, so...
Maybe, other than our own accident, maybe it was a defense.
Well, it could have been. I mean, we can speculate. I don't know what it'll get us, but it's interesting.
Yeah, beyond talking about it briefly, I don't have much interest in hashing out any details. It was obviously something magical. I know it was beyond my reach because magic is not something I do. At least not to that level.
I don't think any of us would have cast magic.
What do you mean?
Wait, have you seen him?
Magic's like holy. It's like,
Was Mason
That's-
not magic?
I think about a guy in a hat with a book.
Alright, I guess that's what you consider magic. I guess what I'm doing is something different.
It's like asking a god to do it for you.
Alright, so it would still be magic, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
What does that make a warlock? That god's doing their things for him.
what the hell's a warlock?
You don't know what a warlock is?
It's like a male witch.
Sure.
The spellcaster. It's get
Yeah,
the power
it's
from a
like they
patron, yeah.
Sell their souls, you know.
Oh,
for
they're
power.
casting magic.
I just don't think that's magic. I think it's like,
You don't
know,
think that's magic? What is it if it's not magic,
I think
Argo?
if it's a guy in a robe with a big pointy hat.
I want you to tell me what it is if it's not magic. What am I doing?
a spell book.
Well, what am I doing if it's not magic?
It's like miracles.
Alright, then I guess I'm performing miracles. What's the warlock doing? If I might, I'm curious.
I don't know.
Eldritch miracles.
He's making creepy
Alright, well, we got magic, miracles, and eldritch miracles. What a world. I like Argo's perception of the world.
I don't know.
It's
Make a
good.
goddamn cap. Make something float. Do a magic trick. Blow something up.
Is that what wizards do? They make things float?
I think so.
Alright, well,
At least once.
I'm damn glad you're here, Argo, if nothing more than to entertain the hell out of me.
The darn tootin' terrorists.
I'm gonna go perform some miracles. Over here in my drinking glass real quick. I'll purify water.
I'm about to make a miracle in the toilet. I'll be right back.
Oh boy, y'all crack me up. Well, it's day. I got some business I gotta do about some storage. I gotta get some stuff out of that church and mind my shop at least a little bit. We got plans of leaving this here city, Gregory. You got things you need to do in town as well.
I gotta see a bird about a letter.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think we should probably meet up at the dungeon, assuming it's open.
All right.
See
Yeah,
about this stupid key thing.
Same. I think we should get that handled. I feel like it's going to take some time for the authorities to even offer us some kind of reward for dealing with these dragon problems. So I'd like to see what they offer up before we do much, personally.
Alrighty. So who all is heading where?
I'm going to go handle my affairs that I've listed.
Alrighty.
Business affairs.
This is where I would go, right? To talk to a hawk. their little thief bases down here?
Yes, this is the correct place. You have to talk to Foley, I believe, to let you in.
Oh, I saw stairs, so I assumed we were already there.
Nope.
Okay, then yeah, I'll be talking to Foley to do that.
Alrighty. Is there anything else anyone wants to do, or are we accompanying those two?
Maybe a swing by the palace again, just quiet, make sure I don't need anything else on my way out.
Alrighty.
Make sure to put your hat in, or your character will be sitting for a while. We all got stuff. What's Argo going to be doing?
I don't know. I don't quite know. I guess I could follow one of you fine individuals around. Maybe put some inquiries on that dragon name. See if anybody recognizes it.
Alrighty. So sounds like we'd have 4 different directions we're going here. Do we want to roll another roleplay initiative here?
Sure, just real quick.
Dodger.
Ah, it's a 4, yes.
Yeah, well, yeah. We both got 4, and you got higher decks than me, boy.
Alrighty, Kurt's up first.
All right, the most boring one. Let's do it.
So you are heading back to retrieve your...
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pay I'm gonna get some movers to help me get some of this around. I'll employ dwarves if I can to help the dwarvish community within the town.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, we'll find some.
excellent. Help me move some stuff. Before I do that, I'm gonna make sure I find a reputable warehouse that is still intact after the dragon attack that will promise at least to hold my wares and keep them from rusting or going bad, whatever you mind you.
Yeah, definitely doable. There might be a little bit of a fee with that, but you and I will handle that during a business thing the next time that comes up.
Perfect. I get that stuff moved, and we'll talk about the credentials, but just so you know everything I'm doing. I get that stuff moved, I get those people hired helping me move, and then I need to get a dwarven blacksmith, and then I need to get a shopkeep. Doesn't matter where they're from or who they're at, they're just got to be charismatic. And I need those 2 employees, and I need to get them set up at Kurt's.
So you said a shopkeep and what else?
And a blacksmith. I need a blacksmith skilled in... I mean, it doesn't have to be a
Okay.
dwarf. It just has to be a blacksmith skilled in dwarven craft, because I want to hold up a similar quality of my wares.
Okay.
And then a shopkeep, I want to make sure they get along. If I've got to do interviews, whatever the case is, I'll use Indeed.com if I need to. I want them to get along. And then they can help run my shop and make new orders and put orders in and everything
Sounds
I need.
good.
And I might pay for a little bit of advertisement. Put my shop name in the town cures calls for a couple evenings.
Alrighty.
4 years with a master degree.
You got to make sure I have good employees, right? I mean, I'm going to offer good pay.
Yep. Alrighty. So you said you're hiring a couple of people real quick to
Yeah, just some temporary
carts and
movers.
stuff.
Temporary movers. I'm hiring a rental space for my wares, and then I'm gonna start looking around for 2 employees for Kurt's Creations.
Okay. So in doing that, so you'll be around talking to people for sure. I know you already had the booth there.
Yeah, I have
set
the
up.
booth, I have the license and stuff, but I just need someone to work the forge and someone to sell stuff, sell and buy.
Alrighty. So that being the case, let's go ahead and let's do some rolls here.
All right.
Alrighty. So, in general, I think we're gonna do a couple of charisma-based checks in order to find the people that you want for your shop front and your blacksmith.
All right.
If you have another skill or something that you think would apply there,
I'm a
more than happy
clan
to try
crafter. I've had a business
There you
before.
go.
I worked with a clan. I know the
Okay.
roundabouts of this kind of business.
And you know also that you had gone to Xylia. She was kind of the head of the Traders Guild in this area,
Right.
and you had gotten the license renewal from her, so you could go to her for some recommendations. that kind of
Absolutely.
thing.
I will go through the natural channels.
Okay. In doing that, you'll go talk to Xylia. She'll actually... Let me see here.
I'm getting my Skyrim shop up and running, boys. All right. I hope you're okay just listening to me do this.
Oh, absolutely. You get that license.
All right.
You get it.
I need this.
It's important. This is the only way you're going to make it to Cloud Top.
I can't. I need the rep. All right.
So Xylia is the tiefling that ran the Anvil Song. She is the kind of head blacksmith there as well, and
Perfect.
she will also, when you start inquiring about this, once you're kind of through with the business part, she'll also ask you a question.
Perfect.
She'll say,
I'll take it.
"So I hear that you have a peculiar form of crafting."
I do indeed. I craft using the soul of the divine. Some people might call it blessing of the gods. Whichever one I decide to worship at the time.
A miracle.
It's like a miracle.
I see. I have heard some strange tales about this, even.
You know, I might change the name of my shop to Kurt's Miracles. You know, I'm gonna put the word in for that.
Simple form to change the name.
Perfect.
But I'm interested in this. You seem to have transformed metals into some non-metal?
In some cases, yes, and usually base metal is where my process starts, but from there I can craft most anything of a certain size and quality. Depends.
Interesting.
I can't make a whole suit of armor or nothing. That's quite a task. But a sword or crossbow, a dagger, most things I can bring about.
This seems like a very useful skill.
If you want to ever see me perform it, Kurt's Miracles is open from 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock every day on the hour that I can get it employed once it's up and running.
I may take you up on that. I think that's a useful skill that I could learn if you're willing to teach as well.
Oh, well,
But,
sure. Maybe I'll hold classes. Who knows?
Yeah. I'll stop by sometime. I will have to leave the shop in my husband's hands.
You
but,
do that. You be welcome.
Yeah. Well, so I gave you a recommendation for Kuvo.
Kuvo.
Would be a dwarven individual like yourself.
I like the name.
Yes.
Knows his craft?
He is a very good blacksmith.
Well, that's what I'm looking
He-
for.
Might be a little over specialized, but
Yeah, well, you
We'll
know, I'll take my chances with over-specialized. That sounds pretty good.
alrighty.
I see the quality of his work. I'll pay him more if it's that good.
Sounds like a plan. And she'll kind of give you the information in order to get in contact with him.
Perfect.
And from there, you will note that you were hiring some people also to pick up the things.
Yeah,
from
that's a
your
short
kind of hot area, right? And that'll cost you like a silver.
Wonderful. Let me remove it from my coin purse. Put it in the books, as some might say.
But while you're there, you'll notice that Rena is at the cot that you had, kind of lightly dabbing the forehead of the small boy that was in your cot, who is kind of muttering to himself while it looks like he's in some kind of a fever.
Oh, I don't want to disturb the boy if he's sick. I try to make sure to tell the movers to be mindful.
Yep, that's fair. And they will definitely be respectful of that. They know they're in a church and they're trying to not do anything like that. But you'll notice that while he's muttering, you hear a word that you weren't expecting.
I don't want to hear it. I put my hands on my ears.
One that you only learned this morning.
Nope. I don't believe it.
Mileage reimbursement.
I hear it and I don't believe it, and I just move on. Gods be damned, I do not want to hear things.
Him muttering will say, "So now our sacred pestilence will cleanse the world of the unholy."
Yeah, I pretend I don't fucking hear that. I try to just push that away.
Alrighty.
Oh God, no! I pushed that real deep down.
Yep.
Must have had a quick stand-in nightmare or something.
Yep. And with that, you'll move all of the things out of your temporary shelter in the church.
The room started doing like the warp thing, and he's just like, "Nope, nope, nope! I don't want to do this."
And yeah, you'll get your things and get them to the storehouse. That rental will come with the business stuff we'll do at the end.
I pull one of the movers aside. You hear that boy? You didn't hear that boy say nothing, right? He didn't say nothing.
I heard him muttering something.
What did he say? He didn't say nothing. That made no sense, right?
Well, he said, yeah, he was crazy talking.
All right, but they didn't make no words or nothing, right? No sounds, no syllables or letters.
No, he said words.
Well, what were they?
Something about some weird name and some pestilence and cleansing the world of the unholy. I don't know. They're unworthy, is what I was.
He just sort of stares at him, and he's just like, "Just you keep moving that stuff. You just keep on moving that stuff."
Yeah. You got it, boss.
God damn it!
So that is the majority, I think, of what we talked about for Kurt.
That's all. That's all for Kurt. That's fine. Move on. We've been on Skyrim Smith shop long enough.
He's running as fast as he can right now.
Argo! He's just making this one go.
Alrighty. So then I think next up we have Gregory.
I think I'm last, right?
Yeah.
You and Helmar are
share.
Yeah. You are currently tied, so if you want to roll for it,
What's
that's
your?
also a thing.
Are we doing rollies or what's your dex?
Or
There?
dex.
I say we run together.
Oh, we buddy up.
Argo
okay.
was gonna
I mean,
go
we can
with
do our stuff
somebody.
together,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
We buddy up, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Start off heading in the same direction. That works. All right, Gregory, you were inquiring with Foley about getting into the downstairs basement area, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you will be let in what will be over here.
Who is the map? Oh no! Wait, here we go.
Not.
Yeah, and so coming down the stairs, you will see Merrick, I believe is his name, who is the kind of bartender down here, but is the hawk for your mission from the last time.
All
What
right.
can I do for you?
Yeah, I approach him. I have the note in my hand. I waggle it so he can see that I have it. And I say, looks like I'm to talk to you about work.
He'll grab the letter and he'll say, just so you know, I can't even read this. And then he'll hand it back. And he'll say, but if you're here for a job, we had one of our crews get some unfortunate heat on them lately, and we need some additional help. This won't even be anything as risky as last time. Well, risky in a different sort of way. We have a place outside the city that we need clearing out. Not even illegal. The things there are goblins. Should be fine. But doing it discreetly is always appreciated, and we will definitely pay your group as well. But the payment will be upon us confirming that it is cleared out.
All right.
It's a couple days outside the city, however.
So a bit of a journey then.
So it's in the Dreadwoods. So a little bit of a journey.
Can you share with me any specifics as to the threats I might face on this particular task that is entirely above board?
We know that there are goblins that took over this area. We wish to use it, and they are there. They've set up camp pretty well, so there's a fair number of them.
Goblin fails. All right, makes sense. They're in the way. You need them not so.
They might have a boss or something that's larger leading them, but we are unsure. We did not try to scout it too much. They were goblins, so we figured one crew that we send out there will be fine.
All right, fair enough. Any time constraints on this?
The sooner the better, but probably within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yes, that would be best.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Is this an open contract or is this just for me?
Well, we try to be a little more specific about who we're sending to do jobs. So this is very specific to you.
Okay.
And your group is invited as well, but we figured you're the one that felt the most used to this.
Yeah, it's not unusual. All right. Yeah, I'll have that done within 2 weeks.
Alrighty. Just let me know when you're, or Foley know when you're done, and we will send somebody out to evaluate and get you your payment.
Cool. So do you have like a map with a cute little mark on it to tell me where to go, or do I just have to travel 2 days out of the city and hope I pick the right direction?
Good point. He will pull out a piece of paper that has like a rough map of the area, and he'll end up marking a spot that is a hike into the forest, but should be good.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, which word direction is that?
That is gonna end up being more in the Sandward direction. It's between Sandward and Peakward, so it's kind of west if you want to think about it in forward directional.
All right, that works for me. All right, I'll talk to Foley here whenever I see to getting this done. Thank you.
Excellent. Just as a heads up, too, this is second job you've done, right? If you, I think one more past this, and we will end up promoting your group to be more than just initiates.
Oh, I love being more than just friends.
You'll
So
be trusted with more information.
fun. All right. I guess before I start sending this letter, or stairwell, I suppose. How much is this paying? Just so I know how much I should prioritize this task.
Good point. It's paying around 600 gold.
Okay, that's not bad. If you bump that up to 700, I'll make sure it gets done in a week.
An expedite fee, eh? Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
All right. Persuasion. Why do I never play face characters?
Ooh.
You know, that would let us accelerate some timetables on a couple of things. We're still waiting on another. Deal. And he'll kind of pull out a ledger book and scribble a note in there, and then close it back up, puts a big hefty lock on it, and then slides it back under the table.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you. 1 week, 700 gold. I'll talk to Foley as soon as it's done.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, stay safe out there. I hear there's dragons about, and then I'll leave.
You see him, like, make a kind of strange face of, like, I don't know why this is happening, but I hate it. And then he'll go back to what he was doing behind the bar.
All right, awesome. I need to go to the bathroom, so that can be seen for me.
Sounds good.
Yep.
We can move along here. What did we figure out on the tiebreaker?
They're doing it together because Argo
Right.
is going to do something with something.
Better together.
Appreciate it.
Exactly.
Alright, so Gregory's moving back out here. We can hide this again. Alright, so we have Argo and Hjalmar are heading towards the palace area, it sounded like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Argo was looking for some information on Zelnior, and we had Hjalmar looking to see if he could provide any more assistance around repairs and recovery from the dragon attack. Does that sound correct?
Who is the lady that we handed off all our magical goods to?
We handed off all the magical goods.
Or she tried to interrogate us, or
Tenla.
Tenla. I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna go to Tenla and ask.
Yeah,
this information.
so, yeah, she is the leader of the expedition, and I believe you all mentioned, like, that's where you're heading after to meet up, too. But, we can definitely go to speak to her. She is... Yeah, so you didn't leave your magic items with her. You, coming out of the catacombs, you had them appraised by somebody else that was there, and then we're having a conversation with her while that was happening. So you still have all your magic items and stuff, is all I was saying there.
Okay.
Yeah, so heading that direction, you will see the bustle of the town has become a bit more hurried, like I had mentioned before. You are walking through the city, so we can apply this. There's a lot of running around. You'll see the trade district is very busy. Lots of materials being moved today, and you might even spot Kurt running by carrying some stuff, or had two dwarves in tow,
Running for his life.
yeah. And then
For Argo, really. But
as you get closer to the palace, you will see that there's definitely been some cleanup going on. Hjalmar, you'll notice the caravan that was outside that you had been working for before. The people there are also, they appear to be packing up. Maybe the dragon attack scared them off, or they're were already planning on leaving, but you'll see the carts are being loaded with the wares that didn't sell or the goods that they purchased within the city.
These are the guys that had that crazy blanket with all the different junk
so
attached to it. Yeah. Okay. So they that's our limited merchant going away then.
Yeah. So they're starting to pack up. You'll see that.
Anything you want, Hjalmar? Before they close?
A little too rich for my blood, unfortunately.
A little bit.
But
Listen, I wanna go talk to Tenma. That girl's got her ear to the ground, ear to the floor. I wanna see if she recognizes that name I came up with.
but she handles the catacombs, right?
It's true.
I don't think that she would know much about a dragon.
Who else would we ask?
A council, perhaps?
It's true.
Why don't we do that before I go help move or
It's true.
whatever it is?
Let's go find one of the council members, huh?
Can't hurt right at the center of the tragedy.
That's fair. Is there any council members available?
So you're heading into the palace to find the council members, or a council member. So as you'll head in there, you'll approach the kind of front desk area that has Sirkin there. He's always there, and he will let you know that there are a couple of council members that are kind of on duty at the moment. They'll be in the council chamber. Kiotsi Lenota will be there, as well as Silro will also be there.
Well, we start with Silro. Maybe he might.
I would agree. Silro, perhaps. He knew, a friend that died. Probably the most well.
All right. Let's ask him. And I guess we'd approach, maybe like start with a little small talk. Hey, yeah, things going.
I'm just standing there with my head in I don't fit in the door frame. Yeah, so
he has his the door frame for the palace is huge because it
is it much taller? Okay.
It fits the iron.
I can just see Argo walking in, and I'm just like.
But Silro will see you, and he wasn't currently talking with anyone. He was looking through some papers on a desk. Kind of, you see him looking up at a map. There's kind of like it's a bit of a war table type situation where you can see different sections of the general Vale map, and you see there's different dots around places, a lot around the swamp area. And he'll look up and say, "My friends, what can I do for you?"
Hey, hello. Well, I got an inquiry for you. Maybe someone of your wisdom and caliber would be able to help me.
All right, I can do what I can.
Do you know of a name, Zenilor?
Zenilor?
Yeah, ever heard of something like that?
Can't say that I have. Am I supposed to know this, or is this general inquiry?
Add a little context. This is actually a dragon.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
What kind of dragon?
A dead variety.
Dead dragon. Are you talking here?
Maybe it's just a hunch we're working on.
Hmm. We only know of 3 dragons in this world we find ourselves in. And they're none of them are named that. But so you said maybe, like they might be here.
It's just a hunch I've been working on.
Interesting. Well, I feel like we would have heard about that. But if it's a name that you are looking for, the best place is going to be the archive. They keep records of all the notes and everything from people that have shown up and memories that happened there. If you haven't, it would be good to contribute what you know from the past world to them. They tend to record these things and try to find patterns, but not too much over the years. It seems like each group of Skyfallen come within a little while of each other. So
Can you
I would suggest looking there.
can you point us to where the archives would be?
Yes. And he'll give you kind of general vicinity in the city. And he'll say, one of you probably received a summons from Femwith as well. She will be there, just as a heads up.
Did she say what this was for?
Femwith is, or was, Quesh's apprentice, and she was very distraught over his death. I'm going to guess she wanted to question you about that. However, with all that's going on now with the dragon, and she's a little busy, so maybe
We
have a break.
may want to take care of that when our group rejoins, gets together.
That'd likely be a good idea.
I don't think that the two of us would probably be enough information.
True, she very likely would want to ask all of you questions, but anyway, you should be able to ask one of the general clerks there for any records or things of that nature.
All right. I don't know. What do you think, Hjalmar? Do we give it another shot, or we just let it go for now?
How far would the archives be from the palace?
10-15 minute walk is all.
Why don't we stop and see if I'm needed first? And then we can...
That just sounds like a good idea.
I'm worried about heading over there without our friends, especially if someone is looking for information.
Well, honestly, considering what happened last time, Gregory was so unwilling to give any correct information, that might be a good thing.
Now that you mention it, I believe you and I are probably a couple of the least standoffish.
Yeah, if anything, it actually makes sense if you and I go there anyway.
Well, let's make sure that I'm not needed first, and then we can take a detour.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go figure out what's going on with you first.
So let's cut out the side door toward the area where they were rebuilding those abandoned buildings to use as like temporary housing.
Okay. On your way out, you will hear a voice call to you, Hjalmar! Turn around and you'll see around the caravan, you'll see the half-elven man that had hired you and had provided you with kind of the show of wares that you had talked to, and he kind of
Greetings.
flags you now.
Apologize, I was not looking down.
I'd imagine you would have been used to that. Anyway, I wanted to thank you again for the help that you provided in hauling things for us the first couple of days we were here. We are leaving somewhat soon. We're starting to pack up, but we still have a day or two. Just wanted to let you know that offer still stands. If you want to travel with us, you are more than welcome to come. However, if not, that's also fine. But we are heading towards the Dreaming City, Sandward, if you would.
Well, what's the name of the city again?
The Dreaming City, I believe. Hold on. I will double check.
I'm not going in there.
Anytime I hear Dreaming City brings back some
Heading
repressed
to
PTSD.
the Dreaming Sands.
Oh, the sands. Okay, okay.
Oh, all right, fine. We're good.
Dreaming Sands. Dreaming
I was
Oasis.
like, oh no, CC, oh no!
Yeah.
The
No,
biggest crossover in history.
It's back.
It's it would be called the Dreaming Oasis. Is the full name.
I knew Markarth had something to do with this. The Dreaming Oasis, it is.
Yep. Yeah, that is the city that he was talking about. Sorry. We're heading to the Dreaming Oasis. Should be a good time.
I appreciate the offer, but I have obligations. Otherwise, I would be more than happy.
Alrighty. Well, to each his own. Also, if you do end up wanting to purchase one of those items, all but one are still available. So, stop on by before we leave if you want to purchase one of those. But it was good to see you. Pleasure to
You
meet you.
said 2 days, correct?
Yes, I believe today. Look up my calendar. Yeah, today is the 2nd of the 10-day. We are leaving on the 4th.
Good to know. I try to check in before you leave to see if we can get any last-minute shopping done.
Sounds good.
I'll give him a bow.
He'll do kind of a flourish with his cape and tip his hat, and then take off back to packing.
If only I were that stylish.
Are you saying that within earshot of him? Or was
Perhaps.
that as he left?
I mean, Hilmar's voice carries. He's a big guy. He's turned away, so I don't know if he would have caught it on the way out or not.
He'll do one of the still traveling in the same direction, but turn around and he'll say, "Try a hat," and then turn back around.
I'll kind of like measure his head with his fingers, just subconsciously.
Alrighty. So then, moving on from there, you guys were you headed to the archive, or were you heading to Tenla?
Since we're nearest to the construction area, right? We were gonna swing there and then walk right around to. Well, no, that's right, because you wanted to talk to Tenla before we even.
I did want to talk to Tenla just because didn't we trade her she was the one we traded information with.
No, that was
yeah. Say it again.
Domnosia. She was
Denoncia.
the bard in the tavern out in Fort Spirit.
Right, because the lady that runs the expeditions is not the same person.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need her. But Archives is the second best.
Yeah. So I mean, we can definitely like
Okay.
take a
So
long
head
circle
to-
through the. We can go through the abandoned area and then swing over to. You said it was like a 10-minute walk from here, so
Yeah, they're not super far apart. So,
yeah.
So swinging over to the area where you had helped moving stuff around the previous
Yeah,
day?
after the dragon attack, right? That same day.
Yeah.
Just kind of come back and make sure that things are,
Okay.
I guess, livable in order. Yeah.
Swinging back by, you will notice that there are a few workers in the process of unloading the last couple items off of a big cart, and it looks like they're carrying like a small desk and pulling that or carrying that into the house that was there. Reminder that all the houses in this city are made of stone that looks like it was almost grown there rather than placed brick by brick. It's just solid.
Okay. It's like a
Um,
formation.
Yes, and so you're able to kind of peek into the layout that you knew from yesterday, and you see that it's pretty much fully furnished now, and it actually looks very nice. There is a long table that's set up with 6 or 8 chairs. You know from the day before that there are at least 4 different kind of bedroom areas off of a main hallway in the back. And you'll see there's kind of a good cook fire in the chimney, and they've got them set up with like a pot there for soup making or whatnot. And they've actually stacked a good cord of firewood along the wall next to it.
Well, they move quite quickly. I'm impressed. Maybe maybe they won't need my services today.
Maybe not.
One of the workers will recognize you from the previous day too, and say, "Hey, yeah, we're about done here. We were actually gonna head back up to the palace and let Circa know we're done, and that he can move them from the church over here. So they'll be moved in today."
Oh, your efforts are appreciated. Those
Well,
people will thank you.
Well, I should thank Silro. He's the one that bought all this stuff.
And Silro's the one who bought all this stuff?
Yeah, he foot the entire bill for all of the furniture and stuff. I know he has a bunch of money from the Oasis, but that's a lot.
Yelmar, do you think it's worth it at this point?
To what?
Keep poking around with this name? I don't know. Just
I'd
came back.
say if you have a hunch, you should go with it. But I personally feel it's not very likely that whatever it is followed us here. I feel like we would have had more clues at this point.
Maybe. It's worth one more ask. I say we ask somebody at the, our friend at the archive.
Right, we should, I think it's at least worth a glance. Maybe someone that fell here before us.
Exactly. Yeah, can we head over to the archives?
Yeah. We'll just kind of wave at one of the movers as we leave. Just kind of.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
give you a wave, and it'll be pretty easy for you to find your way to the archives. It's a bit of a taller building in a more administrative district of the city that you've been to before. believe Gregory is
I,
the only one that has been here before.
I hope you're going to be the one to do the reading.
Yeah, you're talking about checking up on some of the arcane notes I did a while back.
Yeah, I think like they gave you a list of things to look out for of like reagents that they could do, and then took down your dreams. And what else happened there? I don't remember. It's been a bit.
That was essentially all. Just trying to find some stuff to sell them to make money, and maybe pick up any leads and interrogate as best as I could about methods that have been established or explored as to how to get out.
You had a lengthy conversation with somebody who barely spoke because of the lengthiness of your conversation.
Yeah, that's how I prefer it. They need to listen and provide me with the answers I need. I don't need to hear their life story.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So I throw that name around. So I see if we can find any reference to that name.
How about we not throw the name around?
That's true.
How about we take it to someone that may be able to help search rather than asking at tables?
Yeah, I go up to one of the one of the assistants.
Okay. Let me move y'all somewhere over here, off the edge. Hide ya.
Dungeon Master, if I can find them at any point, let me know.
Yeah, so you can join back up if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd be looking for Argo.
Like at this point.
I mean, we did run by a bunch of movers too, so you could intersect there if you wanted.
No, I could probably track you down to the archive. I don't want to make you guys reverse.
Yeah, I mean, even coming from the kind of area that they were into the archives, there'd be plenty of opportunity to spot Hjalmar. He's very tall.
That's me.
He's one of the largest people in the city, so...
I'll come in like midway through them looking at archive stuff.
Okay.
Oh, what's up? How's your...
Same goes for Gregory, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, well, if I can find Ed on the way in, both of us can just
bump into Gregory. I'm in the door. Gregory, weren't you doing something?
Yeah, but it was wrapped up really quick. I've been wandering the city for what feels like an hour, trying to figure out where everybody went.
Yeah, I just got my storage situation handled. I saw that. I mean, you can't miss Hjalmar from a mile away. He came in here a little while ago. I talked to enough people. They're both in here, him and Argo.
Good.
You, come here. I could bring him in a little. I go in a little closer and say, "You been hearing any weird voices or anything? Anything odd come up?"
Voices.
Yeah.
Like, while I'm conscious.
Yes.
No.
And I went to go pick up my stuff, and I want to go talk to Argo because he seemed more interested in it than the rest of us. But that boy was saying things. There's a boy. He's sick. He was in my bed. He was, well, not my bed no more. I'm obviously giving it up for the sick and needy right now. But there's a child, and I don't know if it was me, if I was losing it. But when I asked one of the workers, he said the same damn thing. And I don't know. Let's find Argo and the rest of them.
What'd he say? Dwarves are greedy sons of bitches? Need to be
No,
purged,
he said the dragon's name.
Which dragon?
The
one that just attacked the city?
No. The one from the Plague Council.
What exactly did he say?
He was exonerated. Without some sort of...
Exonerate. I've heard the nobles use that one before, but you'll have to plane it.
Praying, something of the kind. Spoke its name and worship.
Alright, his hand will slowly reach down to his knife belt and be like, "Where's this kid at?"
Now, let not be too hasty.
No, this is a foul omen, and a agent of the enemy who has invaded our ranks. We need to make sure he's taken
It's
care
a
of.
child. We'll go about this in a
That's
calm
exactly
manner.
the kind of agent they would send. The one you can't touch, because it's just a child.
Let me at least speak to the others. Have some. Let's balance out the reason here.
I can't even take that seriously.
I'm gonna go in and find him.
Obviously, this kid was delirious.
Yeah, but he said the name crystal clear, and it was confirmed by the others that were there.
I wish you hadn't gotten confirmation. I could just wave it.
Yeah, you know, I really wanted to not hear it either, Gregory, but I tried. Oh, the room got all zoomy, I got all sweaty, everything started slowing down, and the words echoed and everything else just fell away around. It was terrible.
Well, it's okay. All right? Bright side of this shitty little coin
I'm not supposed to have
is
visions.
if we leave before that happens, it won't be our problem.
I don't know if it was something that was going to happen, but more just the child knew that. Let's get Argo so I can explain this to everybody.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
this used mentally deficient robot's gonna have the answers.
He had more interest in it than we did.
So Hjalmar and Argo entering the archive. It is a large kind of library-like structure. Not as many books as you would hope in a library, but you do see a number of researchers at desks, like looking at books sprawled out in front of them. A few
Argo.
writing spell scrolls and stuff.
No offense, but I hope that you will be doing the searching.
As you're walking in, a elven woman will walk up. She has whoa, sorry, I was on the wrong spot and threw Gregory somewhere, so we're gonna keep him here for a sec because he'll enter anyway. So she has kind of black hair that's tied back in a ponytail, wearing spectacles, a slightly ornate robes, that is currently, she's reading some stuff at a desk near the entrance, and she'll look up and kind of stand up to greet you and start walking over.
Looking for a big guy. Oh wait, no, is this just Gregory? Or is it somebody else?
This is Argo and
Oh,
Hjalmar.
sorry. Take it back.
Yep. So she'll say, is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, we're trying to do some inquiries about a name.
A name. And is there... You might have to be a little more specific than just a name. A name of a person that's alive here in the city, a name of a historical figure, a name of somebody you've heard of twice removed.
I give Hjalmar a sideways glance, maybe to avoid the bringing up the fact that it's a dragon.
Also, my apologies. My name is Usa.
Usa. Yeah, that's right. I've heard of you before. I guess I'll just start off by telling you the name. His name is Zenilor.
Zenilor. Hold on a moment. And she'll kind of turn around, and you'll see her go through a couple sheets of paper that look to be just sitting on top of some of the other ones. She'll say, was it Zelnior?
Yeah.
Interesting. She'll kind of bring over that sheet of paper and another one and a quill, and she'll set it down. Please, take a seat.
Okay.
And she'll kind of set it down, and she'll ask, where did you hear this name, if I can get the story without polluting you with any information that I have?
tell you the truth, we kind of, one of the last few things I remember from before I fell from the sky, you know.
Interesting. Right, you're one of the new Skyfall, and I believe one of your friends was in here before. You have a similar accent now that I'm remembering.
Yeah, we all have a similar accent. It's kind of strange. Don't talk about it.
So you say this
Actually,
is
we do talk about it, but that's beside the point, I suppose.
Interesting. You have a memory of this. Can you describe it?
Give another look to Hjalmar. She's, you know, like, is this a good idea? Do we talk about this?
It's up to you. You're the one that had the,
Right. All right. Well, from what I understand, it was a dragon.
Interesting. Dragon. Do you know what kind of dragon?
I believe it was black.
Black dragon. Okay. Is there anything else specific about this that you know?
Undead dragon.
Undead black dragon. Interesting. She'll look back and flip a couple of pages. She'll say, "Didn't you and your group come in asking about the Plague Council?
That's right.
Do you think it's related to that?"
Yeah, I believe so.
She'll continue writing down some notes. She'll say, "Interesting. Well, you all, and well, this is the first we've heard the name. At this point, Gregory and Kurt will enter as well."
Oh,
There you are. Good.
well, you two.
I'm glad we found you.
You know, I've been making some inquiries about that goddamn name, and
Really? What have you learned?
can't find anything.
Truly.
Well, I did say I had something.
Oh,
you didn't finish your story, Argo.
please finish. Don't let me interrupt.
Finish the story. Well, damn it. Full story is, you know, it was a black dragon that the Plague Council was contending with, and the last thing we remember is that the Plague Council was being attacked by Xenilor.
Okay. Well, this is the first time we've had a name put to it. And this other time that I heard this name was actually this morning. Somebody from the church dropped off a notes of one of the children that they have there. He's a local that is actually having the nightmares as well, which is odd. I don't know how much you know, but Skyfallen tend to have nightmares of their past lives plaguing them, where those that were born here don't suffer that fate. But this boy is different in having that, and he mentioned something about that name. I'm not sure what the connection is, but whatever he has seemed to be worshipping that somehow.
How very interesting. It seems as though I have arrived at the time that you have discovered something at last, Argo. How fortuitous.
I guess. Well, what do you mean worshiping?
The quote that the people from the church wrote down was that Zalnayor's sacred pestilence will cleanse the world of the unworthy.
All right. I don't like this.
He seemed to be muttering that in his sleep, but when he does wake up, he doesn't remember anything about that.
Kid. I don't remember no kid. This don't make any sense.
None of this place makes any sense, if I'm honest with you, and that is why we do as much as we can, note-taking wise, to try to identify it. All that said, there is just a lot going on.
Listen, I know it's a big ask, but you think you could let us know if you get any more information about this dragon?
Definitely could. You might have to stop in to get it, as we don't have many people venturing out to deliver information on this stuff. But, yeah, we are more than welcome, or you're more than welcome to read over accounts and things as well. Everything at the archive is public knowledge.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Do we have the name of this boy?
Yeah, what's the kid's name?
I believe his name is Luca.
Luke.
He just got into the city yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
So he was here after us.
He's a local, so he was born here and just came to the city yesterday.
Okay, so he is not a Skyfallen. He was born here.
I believe his parents may have passed away in the dragon attack.
Kind of give a side look to Argo, like, oh shit, this kid's a native. He's not a Skyfallen. This kid's a native, and he's spouting worship stuff. I mean, we kind of get like the eye contact and like the oh god, kind of.
All right. Shit.
It seems I may have interrupted a great breakthrough here. I mean, I don't have anything to partake. How about you guys continue with all of this, which seems very successful so far? And I was just gonna ask y'all for a drink. So I'll go and I'll meet you back at the tavern.
Well, if any of you wish to stay and give your stories as well, that'd be appreciated. She'll look over at Gregory and say, I know that he already did.
Well, my story is their story, don't you worry.
Well, any individual details, but it's definitely voluntary, so.
There's not much deviation between us, unfortunately. Well, we're slowly coming to find out, that is.
Yeah, kind of the same, information between all of us.
She'll say, there tend to be groups that fall together. We don't know why, but it is a common occurrence that Skyfallen in groups share some kind of thread together from the previous lives. This one seems to be tied through more things. Over a longer period of time than I'm used to.
More things. How? More events or more people?
More people. The dwarven gentleman that we pointed you to before was here longer before you. And now, if this boy is having strange memories tied to your past, that's also strange. Most people end up giving up on their past lives. There's enough going on with yours that I would urge you not to. Do what you can to remember.
If we think of anything further, we'll come back.
I will be happy to take down your story.
I tip my invisible hat.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Now, I say we've earned that drink and perhaps a conversation.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, damn it. It was just a goddamn hunch that, he could be here, but this is getting a little out of hand.
The fact that someone that is native to here knows the names, ill-boding.
I agree. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. Yeah, we gotta go meet up with the others. Let's go.
Right.
Alright.
Yeah, so we'll turn out of there, exit, and find Kurt and Greg.
Where are y'all heading?
I was going to invite you all, at least for a drink, but I think we're supposed to be making our way towards the dungeons. You find everything you were looking for?
Oh yeah, we're fucked.
Really? How's that?
Oh, this is a Nihilor. This little kid, native to the land, is talking about him in his sleep and his dreams.
Well, that's strange. What could that mean?
Probably means he's here.
You think that the dragon, the plague dragon, whatever the hell they calling him, Zelnire, you think he's here, really? You're holding to that?
Oh yeah, he's here.
What proof do you have?
That kid, he's born here. He didn't even fall from the skies to having dreams about him.
No, dreams don't mean nothing no particular. I mean, we've been having some strange dreams since we got here.
Yeah, but but we're skyfalling. We're different.
Yeah, I just say be careful dealing in guarantees there, Argo. That sounds like a hunch still. You recognize a hunch before a fact. There ain't no true evidence that dragon made it here with us. Not yet, anyway. It's strange, I agree. It's quite
This
strange.
boy may simply be using some sort of magic to see this, right?
Maybe.
It's possible.
I suppose it does warrant some explanation. Maybe whatever brought us here also brought the dragon.
Also, another note is the archivist mentioned that our past appears to be tied to more than I believe we initially realized.
And how's that? Who else are we tied to?
The person that we met around the tavern at the fighting pit.
The dwarf.
Right? Him, but it was enough to... She urged us not to forget about our past lives.
Strange.
And if we were to remember anything else, to please return with this information.
Alright, well, It ain't enough to go any direction or make any major decisions, but it is eerie, I'll give you that. Perhaps you want to speak to the boy or something of the kind.
Wait, you got some of that the divine magic in you, don't you? You could maybe like.
It's called miracles, Argo. I don't know what you're talking about. I have divine miracles.
Didn't you downplay these powers a couple hours ago?
Now I'm playing them up.
These are miracles. What do you want?
You gotta do something. You gotta have something in your bag of tricks.
What do you think I got? I'm curious.
Oh, excuse me.
I want you to guess what I can do.
Sense if there's good or evil.
Just in general? Just
on the boy.
On the boy. Sensing if there's good or evil. And what exactly would I be sensing in that scenario?
I don't know. I'm just trying to.
I guess it'd be good or evil from my perspective then. Well, I better hope he's never stolen anything, or else I guess I'd probably consider him quite evil.
Listen,
like,
I get
what
it.
does it tell us if the kid is good or evil?
I don't listen. I get it. You can't do it. I'm gonna listen.
I can't. You're right.
When I get some free time, I'm gonna find one of those wizards with the hat, the book, and the staff.
I need you to do me a favor.
I'm excited to meet him.
Seem to have this obsession with pointy hats. I'm not sure.
That's what the real magic is.
They keep the magic in the pointy hat. Is that what you're saying?
It's gotta be connected somehow. I don't know anything about it.
Argo, you were entertaining if nothing else. Oh, the boy sounds like he's having dreams. We all been having dreams. I don't know, maybe he's got some sort of connection that we don't know about. Who's his parents? Were they Skyfall?
We have his name, at least, if we want to search out a Luca.
Yeah, where the hell is this Luca?
That's all we knew was a name. We don't know where or who.
Oh, well, I might have happened to know Luca.
What?
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, I didn't know if it was the same Luca. It's a boy. He keeps to the. Oh goodness, it's a bloody name of the church I've been spending so much damn time at. 1 second. Let's go through my notes right here. Temple of the Sun. It's a Temple of the Sun. I knew its name the whole time. Temple of the Sun. Yeah. No, you'd probably find a boy named Luca there.
Are you telling me you've known this entire goddamn time, Luca?
What do you mean this entire the last 10 minutes that you've discovered his name?
Now, gentlemen.
I know Luca, and Luca's there.
Did Luca say anything to you, Kurt? Or did you share stories with him?
I mean, I never really talked to the boy before. He was sick.
He's sick?
Yeah, not well.
If this is the
Beaver,
same...
you might say.
A plague, perhaps?
Yeah, with a plague, perhaps.
I mean, I don't know one way or another. People be sick up and down. A dragon just attacked. The whole temple's filled with people who are in need, so, I mean, I don't know what the boy's got. You want to go and talk to him? That's where he is. You ask Elven Priestess Serena there. She'll probably take you to him. As long as you host good intentions, just tell him Kurt sent you.
Wait, you say he's sick. You got any old magical powers that could heal him?
No, I have no miracles that heal. I've made this clear to you at least once before, I swear, Argo. I ain't no healer, I'm a blacksmith.
God damn it, Magic Man.
I ain't magical, like you said. Miracles, and I'm a blacksmith. I'm a miracle blacksmith. Kurt's Miracles, that's the name of my blacksmithy.
That's a good name, actually.
It's a great name.
You're gonna make a lot of money.
Well, let's hope so. Well, you gonna go talk to that boy or what?
Yeah, Helmo, you gotta intimidate this boy, Helm.
Now let's remember that it is just a
not
child.
about to threaten a child.
This could be Xenilor in disguise.
Well, if it is, you let me know.
Well, then I absolutely don't want to threaten this child.
All right, I'm just joking. I'm just trying to inject comedy into this is an intense situation.
Oh, I appreciate the comedy, truly I do. Gregory and I, we had some business, so we wanted to go back to the mazes, right, and see about that teleportation talent. Let's get a little more
Yeah,
information.
that's something I want to get done. I don't want that hanging over my head, especially if it could be something valuable that would help us.
Didn't sound like something too dangerous, at least the way that lady put it.
If we go down and make money again, that merchant caravan will be leaving in 2 days.
What merchant caravan are we talking about?
They have all of those magical items that we were looking at before.
Oh, then maybe that's all the more reason to get this done earlier rather than later.
Perhaps if we wanted to have one last shopping trip, that would be sooner than later.
Me and Gregory will go get the rest of the haul. You two question a dragon boy, and, we'll meet in the middle.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, we're doing this, so okay.
Hey, I don't believe the treasure haul's supposed to be any kind of dangerous, at least it wasn't advertised as such, so...
If you find out that it's dangerous, we'll be along in about 2 hours.
Well, we'll keep that in mind.
So we will meet...
Flash forward to us teleporting there, and just in big red text it comes up, survive in a 2-hour countdown.
Oh no! Not reach, no!
What have we done?
24 hour style.
Beep, boop.
I was hoping you were gonna say Scrooge McDuck diving into a pile of gold, but
We
I
break
guess,
our legs at the
I
bottom.
guess the survive timer with a cracked helmet also is applicable. So I guess we'll split in twos again, right? Then, if you're gonna head and check the teleport scroll, then
Get more done, more time, yeah.
yeah, there you go.
This time.
Alrighty.
No reason not to split while we're in town. So
That being said, all right. So we're gonna split, and are we good till 10:30?
10:30, yeah.
yeah, what's our time frame looking like? We good?
I can do, I like 10:30 cutoff, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so 35 more minutes.
Yeah, Mo, you gotta.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Mo, you gotta intimidate this guy.
Listen,
that's the
I'm
case.
not going to intimidate a child. You are welcome to talk to him.
Who wants to go first? We can roll off for it, or if there's
Duo initiative checks.
Do the
Yeah.
kid
Duo,
first.
duo.
Add
We'll
your
take
initiatives
the
together.
averages of each of the groups. Yeah.
We'll add our initiatives together as a team.
Adam.
15.
Oh man, we're fucked because I rolled like 4s.
Not if I roll a 20.
We're sitting pretty.
33 versus.
Oh god.
The best you can do is a 20 and reroll.
Oh, I got an 18.
Oh
no.
shit.
We win.
Pretty close, but it sounds like Team Catacombs is going first.
Damn
Damn
it.
it.
Got it.
Your muscles are too big.
Listen, I'm not the fastest.
So that would be Gregory
I will be right back though.
and Kurt. Alrighty, so you make your way to the palace. You head underneath to the entrance of the catacombs. We can throw the ambience on here. You are greeted with a familiar scene of some people sitting around the expedition common area, and Tenla looking over kind of the maps and such. You'll notice that the tablet that you had left here is sitting on the table right next to her, and as she sees you approach, she'll look up and say, so the two of you are back. Is there anything specific I can do for you?
Yeah, I think we're going in.
Going in just the two of you.
For the tablet. Pulling
Yep.
the rest of the hall.
Okay. That should be safe enough. We have a good track record of knowing what's roughly on the other side. It's usually a choice between some stashes, but yeah, it should be safe enough.
Safe enough. I've risked my life on lesser words.
Well, I did also want to apologize for my behavior yesterday.
Oh,
She'll look directly at Gregory and say,
I look at Gregory.
"You were correct in that I was taking a personal matter, and while there are reasons for the organization to care about those things, I was doing it for my own satisfaction."
Well, it takes a big person to admit that. I know in the moment, especially when things are heated and when you care personally about something, it can dictate one's actions. And I know you were only trying to do what was right, so that no offense is taken.
You'll see kind of the people at the tables. There's one person that is currently eating the dwarf off to the left there, and he's kind of spoon half to his mouth, like mouth wide open, staring at Tenla, having said that. And she'll say, "I appreciate you being willing to understand. But yes, the tablet. You can be yellow team for now," and she'll hand you the chalk that is customary there. And she'll say, "We also haven't had any teams going deeper yet. We're not sure how challenging this second floor will be, but if you're looking to come back later, I would say with your entire group and maybe a couple of extras, you could probably tackle that second floor. But for now, feel free to take the tablet and head in. I know you won't have many pockets, so you might want to deposit some things in the rooms, depending on what you carry back, or you can mark them and we can come get them. But yeah, there's usually a way back in once you've left, so it should be good."
Sounds reasonable enough.
Indeed.
I'm traveling pretty light myself, so I think, Kurt, if you're ready to go.
More than ready, yeah, of course.
Alrighty.
Alright, let's get this done with.
So with that, you'll head down the stairs, head past the gateway with the odd coloring, and as you pass through the kind of translucent barrier, it will switch to the area behind you being discolored and the area in front of you being full. We will bring you back to the entry of the catacombs. If I can find the right board. Should be this one. There we go. I will fetch everyone. And we'll throw
Oh yeah, treasure dive.
Gregory and Kurt in here. Reveal. I don't know if y'all have any kind of light with you.
Sure, I'll
I'll
strike a torch.
for now.
I'll strike a
Okay.
torch.
Alrighty. As you pass through that barrier as well, the stone tablet that you're carrying in relights, the runes on it kind of giving a occasional flash of arcane power.
I turn to Gregory. Oh, go ahead.
It certainly would be silly if we forgot how to use these, wouldn't it?
Certainly would.
You remember Tenla giving you instructions before of you break it in half, and it will teleport you and anyone within 5 feet.
As he's
right, you crack it over your knee like a glow stick.
As he's sort of he's got the tablet in hand, looking at it. I'm looking back up the stairs in the back of him. And Gregory, I gotta say, I'm impressed. How you patch things up with Tenla. I didn't expect that. Way you spoke, I mean, you almost sounded like a diplomat.
To be perfectly honest, I had no intention of patching anything up with her. It was what it was, but I'm not going to spit on someone's hand when they offer it.
Well, just a damn good set of words I hadn't seen leave your mouth since we've gotten here, so I'm quite impressed with you.
Oh, I guess maybe I'm just focused on something. Being an asshole just takes too much time.
Well, I say it's a useful tool. You can turn on a dime, and that just went way better than I thought it was going to, and I'm just impressed with you. Yeah. This is a little crazy to see it come out of her, too, but, I mean, well, I guess I just hope you use that again in the future when it best benefits us, because, damn if that wasn't some good diplomacy.
Well, shoot, Kurt, I don't quite know what to say to that, but I appreciate you saying it.
Well, I feel a lot more comfortable with you in a room than I had before. Usually I step in, I'm wondering who you're going to punch in the face, but I feel a little more confident now.
Well, perhaps my distance from Arago just improves the humors.
We'll work on that. Maybe we'll work on something where you put him in the back and you in the front or something like that. Anyway, go ahead and break the tablet. I'm ready.
Yeah, I clasp him on the pauldrons and give him a little pat and chuckle, and I will then crack the tablet over the same shoulder.
Oh, my pauldrons!
So you
crack it over
the shoulder, and it immediately starts to float from the spot that you cracked it.
Yeah,
you see that the stone begins to rapidly crumble away from that break point out, leaving a hanging imprint of the arcane sigils that were present on it. The sigils begin to widen and spin in the air until they encompass a 10-foot diameter. There's a flash, and the sigil imprints on the ground beneath your feet. You know you only have a short time to go through.
Let's go.
All right.
This is
take
effectively
a
a
deep breath.
teleportation circle.
I take a deep breath before I step through.
Same.
Alrighty. You take a deep breath, and you walk into the center of that sigil. You feel yourself shift, and suddenly you're in a room with a different aesthetic than the cave area you just left.
Dude, how good would it be if it was a room full of water and no air, and it would have been fucking perfect.
How good would it be if we step through there and we wake up in the back of a horse-drawn cart with 3 other men?
I mean, you
Well.
noticed when we were messing around in those CC rooms, right? I was like holding my breath before we'd go in there.
That was a good idea.
It's just such a small thing that could buy you like so many turns.
Right?
So much pain reversed with just some simple words.
Not necessarily reversed, just delayed until later.
I mean, if you hold your breath, man, 5e is very generous to you.
I was about to say, I hold my breath and I get a half hour to just...
You get like
It
a
goes by,
minute
like,
for every
round
con
right?
point.
So,
yeah, it's a
yeah.
long time. Like athletic
time.
swimmer.
I mean,
time.
what was War, right? War could hold his breath for
forever. He was also
like,
amphibious.
hours?
In some
What was
ways.
it, hours
Yes.
or something?
He's amphibious, so he could hold it for an hour, I think it was.
It's
It
actually
was insane.
Like, a really long
Yeah.
time.
Like,
That was
geez,
a-
that's plenty
That's
of
a
time to
racial
like.
trait.
Yeah,
But,
that's plenty of time to like figure out the thing and get out of wherever the hell it is.
Right. Well, here we are in one piece. There's a door. Should probably use it.
Yeah, so you're suddenly in a room with a different aesthetic. Alcoves line the walls with candles lighting the space. The room is empty save for a single double door in front of you.
Cute. I walk up to the door and I kick it open.
Well, maybe I should open the door. Okay.
Oh, what? I'll stop with my foot like hanging in the air,
I just figured,
like half cocked.
you know, I go in front. I take the brunt. You stay in back. If anything comes at me, you shoot it, or not shoot it. You throw.
You know what?
The crossbow throws me off every time.
Yeah, it's fine. That makes sense. Fine. You take the honors.
Yeah. I'd rather me be hurt than you. Me first. I can't move myself.
Why not?
I don't know. I can't move myself either.
We're in
Oh, I'm in. Sorry, in the wrong mode.
open the system.
Freedom.
Alrighty. Opening
Ah,
that
shit,
door.
it's the abyss. I knew it was gonna be the abyss.
Oh wait, no, it went away.
The door opens to a similar room. 2 candles and stands on the back wall. The room is a bit dimmer than the room you arrived in. This room has a door to the left and a door to the right. And to those with good vision, so Kurt, you would definitely be accustomed to this. You see an intricate carving on the pillar in the back of the room, between the candles on the back wall. It's a carving of a large rectangular cut gemstone. Gregory, your vision flashes to a similar carving that you spent some time obscuring in Hjalmar's hotel room.
Well, this is strange. I thought this would just be some gold or something.
Yeah, this is wholly underwhelming. Maybe
Yeah.
there was supposed to be a gem here, like the one on the pillar.
Maybe.
Final thing in the room is a pedestal in the center. Not the same one, though they do look similar, as the pedestal from that first dungeon you were in.
This looks more familiar than I'd like to admit.
As the door opens, this pedestal lights with runes written up its side. The runes begin to float off the sides of the pedestal into the air above it. They swirl and jumble into each other and pull into lines of text in common that say,
Don't have this pillar talk to me.
"Of these doors, you may open one.
Okay.
To the left is grain, the right steel. If you desire neither of those, you must first ensure your entrance closed."
Hell that mean?
That means we gotta close the door. I closed the door.
Alright. You
Okay.
close the door.
Oh God!
Oh, whoops.
Gregor!
That was
The abyss took
I
you!
can barely see
Nice
anything.
knowing you, Greg.
the hide volume.
He's gone!
Volume was a little too big.
Don't close the door.
He's gone! No! Hello!
You close the door, and upon closing that, the text above the pedestal swirls in the air, the characters coming back to rest in a different order.
Where's Gregory? He's not in the room.
Neither are you.
Go ahead.
You're both there.
No, I can't see him.
I can only see me.
Oh God! You're killing me.
It looks right at my stream. That's the weird
I
thing.
thought I was
I was
alone.
gonna say, I looked at Josh's and saw that.
I mean, you can go back to the video. I was alone.
So the text changes to, "The room will take you for a ride if you plunge where shadows hide."
I don't like this, Gregory. I really don't like this. I was hoping for just like a room filled with jewels and gems and stuff, and we'd just sort of take it out through another portal.
Well, they did say there were some puzzles.
This is a
So
lot.
where shadows hide. Well, shadows are darkness, right? So maybe we gotta turn those candles off.
I mean, there's that. I mean, I'm holding the light.
Yeah, you know what? Let's snuff these candles. Alright.
I'll douse my torch.
I lick my fingers and I pinch
Okay.
it out.
Disable the torch. You are...
Candles, right, Kyle?
Yeah. Candles,
Okay.
of course.
Candles. Right, just make sure.
Yeah, I mean, not with Kurt here, unless he wanted to watch, I suppose.
I mean, I can see pretty plain, just a gray.
Hold on. I screwed up.
All right, the pillar's saying that it's screwed up.
There we go. When you blow out the candles, you feel the room shift. You don't see anything moving, for those of you that can see in the dark, so Kurt, but you feel the room rotating around its center. This continues for a time, and then stops as abruptly as it started. The text above the pillar scrambles and reforms once more. It says, of these doors, you may open one. You make the choice once more. The options of the two before in the same place will have swapped doors. From where you came, there is now more.
Is this the choice part?
Alright, so what it's telling us is the left and right doors are swapped.
All right.
And the door we came from will lead somewhere else.
All right.
If I imagine that correctly.
So what was it? Steel and iron or something for left and right?
We never opened those doors, so we can't really tell if they even swapped in the first place.
All right.
The only constant we've got is the back door.
Well, I'm behind you, Gregory. Whatever you think.
What did the words say? We can do this twice. We can open two doors.
I'm in front.
You may open one, is what it says.
All right, so we go with one of the random left and right doors, or back where we were before, which supposedly is somewhere new.
I mean, I'm not against it. It's a choice, ain't it?
Unfortunately, we are armed with very little information beyond the fact that shit be moving around. So,
Well, if it's a gamble, I might as well make a decision.
well, we could always roll for it.
Well, you got dice?
Maybe.
Well, roll 'em. I let fate decide.
All right, I'll roll one of these six-sided bone dice I've got.
Well, wait, what are the numbers? What are we,
I'll just do 2, 4, 6, left, center, right.
All right, that makes sense to me.
All right, here we go. Center it is.
Yeah, the
He's
original
only
choice.
confirmed our suspicions. All right, this is the correct door to choose. I'm confident. The bones do not lie.
I like that confidence. All right, I open this door. Spikes
And
just
they
comes
died.
right
Sphere of annihilation.
As you open the door, you see the other two doors on the side magically fade away. In front of you, through the door, you see a room mirroring the one you stand in, but much more lit. However, the pedestal inside, instead of having words above it, it is topped with a velvet pillow with a very large rectangular onyx gemstone sitting atop it.
Hey, that looked like treasure if I've ever seen it.
Well, I mean, I am no jeweler, so I have no idea if that's worth as much as it looks to be worth, but hell,
I'd have to
I'll
have a
take
good
it
look
over
at
literally nothing else.
it. Alrighty. Step forward. And I put my hand on it. And I'll take it.
Alrighty.
His eyes aren't going to roll backwards, and he'll start speaking in tongues, will he?
You reach out and you grab the gem. A part of the wall behind the gemstone slides down. You hear as it slides down, it exposes a hallway that leads out of the room.
All
You
right.
now have a very large onyx gemstone.
Let me just make sure I've got this written down. Onyx, you say?
Yes.
Boom, 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 boom. Gemstone. Alright, well, I guess I'll just put a gem in my bag and call it something later, because it ain't nowhere I can see.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, well, we didn't die, and got a nice big old gem. I'm sure this is going to be worth something. I'll take a good look at it. I'm used to stones.
You will see in front of you that there is a stone wall at the end of that hallway, but it looks kind of translucent,
I think that's
so
a
you can
passage.
see through it a little.
Yeah, I recognize that room. Almost
Yeah.
died in this room.
Looking in front of you, you do see the bedroom that you had been in before, where you found the teleportation tablet. And I will move you to the other side here. There is a illusory wall that was behind the bed frame. It's easy enough to get around, but was also behind some stuff.
Alrighty, well, we're back.
Fancy.
Let's find the stairway and make sure we
Yeah.
get our treasure marked for.
This has already been cleared, so I suppose we can just make our way back.
And me first, just in case.
Alrighty. Yeah. This level having been cleared, you will have no difficulty exiting. And you will be able to make it back up to the basement of the palace.
Excellent.
Let me
Onyx
pull you over here
gemstone
again.
large. I don't remember if she said that we'd have to take a tax on this or not. We got to keep the tablet.
I think that's because the tablet is fundamentally worthless until you know what's behind it.
Tanla, is there a charge for this?
She says,
Hold up the
what did you
gemstone.
find?
I'm just holding the gemstone. I think I had it the whole time.
As you're lugging a gem like the size of you.
It's a
It's like
handful, but it's
melon
not,
shaped.
it's not huge.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
Sorry.
looking at the pedestal with the pillow. It looked like the size of
No,
Yeah, that was the
It was-
pillow. I didn't have an actual gemstone prop for it, but
You got a tax on this, or we leave? Is this a tablet?
there'd be the standard 10%. That's what you found?
What we found.
Interesting.
Would you
How'd you-
believe me if I told you we just found it on the stairs there and technically not inside the dungeon, so we might as well just keep it?
Yeah. What about that?
I would not with the size of that.
It was wedged behind one of those fire pillars pretty neatly. I mean, anybody could have missed it.
Yeah, it's a nice try, Gregory. I agree. But here, take it. Have your gemstone people look at it. Make whatever we need so we can get our money.
The Kenku from before comes over, looks at it. You see with a kind of a wide eye for a bird, and kind of grabs it,
Lean
tilts
over.
head back and forth, looks at it a couple of different ways, and opens her mouth and says, "This is a lot.
Oh, good.
Perfect cut. very large, flawless. 10,000 gold.
I look over to Gregory and I go, that 10%'s looking pretty steep.
Seems
can't afford-
magical also.
Can't afford the payment on this fucking thing.
Hold on. They'll start to cast Identify on this.
Oh my
I could
god.
have done that. Damn.
After the few minutes of ritual casting, they will have their eyes flash some arcane runes and say, wow, yeah, 10,000. Yep. This is, it's a vessel of some kind, but it will, it'll do some things, but there's also something that didn't reveal itself to the Identify spell.
All right, well, we don't have the means to buy it out, so we'll take it in gold.
I mean, it'd be 1,000 for the 10%, and you can always, if you want to keep it, you can pay it back over time with your next run.
I turn to Gregory and I say, I mean, I could afford that, but
What's the magic?
We also need to give you this. There's another 762.5 gold. That was your cut of what was returned out of it.
how much?
762.5. It would be 152.5 for everybody.
152.
Let's everybody do that.
Everybody just put 152 gold
152 and
and 5 silver.
wow.
Yeah, so that was your cut of the gold deferred that you marked down that people have gone in and retrieved.
Get that split early.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is the magic of this item? You said that you know some of it, but not others.
Yeah, let me double check my notes.
To be frank with you, Kurt, I think we're keeping this regardless of what it does. I can certainly front some of the cost.
I mean, I want to see if it's got any means for us. If it don't, then, well, the money might be worth more while.
It's familiar to something I've seen before. We should hold
Oh.
on to it.
All right, then. That's all you need to say. You front half, I'll front the other.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'll just wait for what the commander here has to say.
So, okay. So, Gaint is able to tell you essentially what this does. This rectangular cut onyx is perfectly cut, polished to a reflective sheen. Staring at this gemstone is as if staring into the blackest abyss. While on close inspection, the gem appears to be mundane and bears no magical runes, it nonetheless has magical properties. From what you can decipher from identifying the gem, it appears to absorb magical acid. While attuned to this gemstone, a creature is resistant to acid damage and may use their reaction to spend a charge and absorb the effects of one magical source that deals acid damage. The stone has 5 charges and regenerates 1d4 during a long rest.
What kind of?
All right, so my half will be 500.
And mine will be 500 as well. We'll be taking the gem, I think.
Alrighty. They'll hand it back to you.
I will get my money
And
out
this
of
says,
my pocket.
that's interesting. Usually that's a bit of metal or a bunch of food or some kind of stockpile of goods.
Well,
yeah.
the bones don't lie. He tosses the bone dice in
The
his hand.
bone nuts.
And I will say, mechanically, this is going to be a little different because this is homebrewed. The absorbing effect of the magical source, it's absorbing the source of the damage, not the effect of the damage. FYI. So
is this an
it
item
works
Kyle can put in his thing?
Yeah, I can.
Wait, so if somebody shot me with an acid spray, it would absorb the caster and not the spell?
It would absorb the cast spell, not the acid that dealt damage to you. So if you absorb a AoE, it will prevent the AoE from dealing damage to everyone.
I cast acid fireball on you instead of the damage that would have been done. It's just acid fireball. Right?
Like,
So it's you're saying that it's not absorbing the exact damage, it's just absorbing the spell itself.
yes.
Okay. That makes
All right.
sense.
It makes it so that it can be used to prevent damage to the entire party, not just one person.
Okay. All right.
I will see if I can add that to your character sheet. You said Gregory's taking it?
Yeah, I think Gregory should have it.
Okay, yeah, Gregory will take it. If you want to toss it, or I can look it up on the compendium.
Yeah.
If you said it was like that specific effect was homebrew, but I could add it if it's an actual item.
I just added it to your equipment.
Oh, all right, cool. Thank you.
Yep. Alrighty. So that is it for this team. I know we've got Hjalmar and Argo as well. We are hitting that 10:30 mark. Apologize for that running over.
That's okay. We can always bookmark there and
Okay.
have a sweet, sexy conversation opener next time.
There you go.
Yeah,
We
that's
will
what
have
we
the
get, Kurt.
conversation with Luca on that next one.
Totally gonna draft us into his cult or whatever he does.
God. Alright, good stuff.
We're dragon worshippers now, guys. Sorry.
I mean, you're gonna go check out this kid, and what I'm seeing is a Nord priest and a robot priest.
There we go.
Suddenly, after leveling up to level 3, your class changes.
Alright, I'm going to close out the YouTube. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.